And this is our Roush Supercharger system in these 4 big boxes. It's pretty much a complete kit, so let's open it up and see what we're dealing with. Woo. And first up we have a very big intake funnel. So this is where the Roush intake goes in. So unlike most other supercharger systems that just give you the supercharger itself, Roush gives you actually an oversized intake to go along with it. And that is an air box. Look at the size of that sucker. Now that is a filter right there. Then there's a intake tube also, and this is actually bigger than stock. Diameter both ends is bigger than stock to feed the supercharger. What do we have here? High flow fuel rail. Okay, what we have is a set of high flow fuel rails, because more air needs more fuel. That's one. Roush also includes a big throttle body right there. Damn, that is huge. I must say, this kit is pretty impressive because most everybody else who does superchargers gives you a pretty bolt-on supercharger that will bolt onto the stock intake and then take out the stock intake manifold it bolts in. It doesn't include any of these nice goodies. This is, for this purpose, is very, very complete. And what we have here, set of 8 injectors. Fuel injectors. Like I said, more air needs more fuel. It's basically the fueling system. Well, this is a coolant reservoir because this Roush kit is actually liquid cooled. So this is the reservoir. This, by the way, is not the reservoir for the stock cooling system. This is a separate cooling system just to cool the intake temperature of the supercharger. So basically, if this is a supercharger, there's a radiator in between that sandwiches to the manifold. So this is pretty much it, and these are all the lines that will connect to it. These are all water lines. Wow, pretty impressive too. So I'm guessing this box contains pretty much all the pulleys and the brackets to mount the supercharger belt system. So these are the belts and the brackets that will mount the supercharger, and the drive, I'm guessing this is not even the drive belt, it's too thin. So this is a tensioner to keep the belt tight. So I guess that's what's in box number 2, pretty much all the mounting hardware. We haven't gotten to the supercharger yet. I'm guessing radiator shroud. Oh, upper air box cover assembly. So this is the top cover of the air box. Very nice. Comes with a clear window so you can see your monster filter too. More brackets inside. Yeah, these are more brackets. More pulleys and doodads. Essential but kind of not very sexy stuff. I'm guessing this big thing is the cooler. Yep, Griffin. It's made. Oh, interesting. It's made by Griffin radiator. So, yes, they come with a separate radiator to cool the supercharger itself. So this thing will mount to the front of the car. That is a big ass radiator. This thing is actually bigger than a Civic radiator. Alright, let's see what we have here. This is actually the Supercharger's intercooler. It's integrated into the manifold as well. As you can see, the fins there actually have liquid coolant in it over there. So that will go to another additional radiator inside the bumper. It's a pretty big and hefty piece as well. It's all aluminum. Very, very nice actually. There's a bypass valve there. And then those are the cooling lines in and out. So the whole thing, then the supercharger goes on top. Okay.
Supercharger.
And this is the supercharger itself from Roush. It's a Roots design twin screw. So this is what actually forces the air into the engine. And let's lift this baby up, take it out of the plastic, and see what we have. Oh, big piece of gas. That's the intake. That's where the throttle body is gonna bolt onto. So we just take the stock throttle body, bolt it on there, and that's where the air goes in. And then afterwards it gets compressed, and then it's gonna go out through the cooler and into the cylinder head.